sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're diving into a game that, well, frankly, had everyone buzzing.
A lot to unpack.
Denver Nuggets absolutely dismantling the Philadelphia 76ers. And we've got a fantastic recap from Denver Stiffs to help guide us through all this.
Great source.
Just to set the stage a little bit, the Nuggets put up a whopping 144 points.
Oh,
Even with Jokić, taking a well-deserved rest in the fourth.
yeah, sat out that whole fourth quarter.
I know the Sixers were missing some key players.
They were.
But still, 144 points, you got to make a statement with that kind of performance.
That's a statement for sure. I mean, injuries definitely played a role, no doubt.
Right.
But you can't take away from how efficient the Nuggets were on offense. And the way they just picked apart, exposed those weaknesses.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about outscoring them. This was about execution.
It's a clinic.
Yeah.
It really was. So let's talk about the maestro himself.
Okay.
Nikola Jokić. We all know he's a triple-double machine, right?
Oh, yeah.
But the way he ran the offense in this game, it was like watching a surgeon at work.
I like that analogy.
27 points, 13 rebounds,
Yeah.
10 assists, all in just 3 quarters.
Incredible.
But the numbers, I think they only tell part of the story, right?
Absolutely. It's about how those numbers translate into opportunities for everyone else on the court.
Right.
When they double-teamed him, his passing was masterful.
Yeah.
Always finding the open man.
Yeah.
Remember that play in the second?
Yeah.
3 defenders in the paint, and he kicks it out to Gordon for a wide-open 3.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Textbook Jokić.
That's what makes him, almost impossible to guard.
Right. Do you collapse on him and risk those open shots?
Right.
Or do you just stay home and let him go to work down low?
Yeah, they were guessing all night.
They were guessing.
And Jokić just made them pay every single time.
He really did.
And that's where I think the Nuggets' offensive versatility becomes, it's scary. 2 40-point quarters. That speaks to their ability to just score in waves.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just Jokić. You had Strother coming off the bench.
For Strother, yeah.
Career high 23 points.
Love to see that.
Gordon adding 19.
Yeah.
Even Murray.
Quietly?
Yeah, he was kind of quiet, but, he was efficient.
He was. He didn't need to force anything.
Right, exactly. So that bench production was huge.
Official.
Especially Gordon, really embracing his role as that 6th man.
It seems like that's really energized him and that second unit.
Oh, absolutely. He's always been so versatile.
Always.
But moving to the bench, I think, allows him to just, be a little bit more of a focal point offensively.
Right. Be that guy.
We're seeing it in his scoring, his playmaking.
He's been a plus in his last 5 games.
Yeah.
And that's not just the box score.
It's the impact, right? It's the impact.
It really is.
And it's also, I think, creating more space for Strother to operate.
It's
You saw his confidence.
Yeah, he was attacking the basket.
He was not afraid.
No, not at all.
Showing off that shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is the start of something special?
Could be. It's promising.
For the rookie.
He wasn't a sure thing coming out of college.
Right.
But he's got the tools.
He does.
The size, the athleticism, that smooth shooting stroke.
Yeah.
But can he be consistent?
Yeah, that's the question.
Can he bring that energy, that production every single night?
Right.
That's what we need to see.
So let's switch gears for a second.
Okay.
Talk about the Sixers. Obviously, they were shorthanded.
They were.
But even with a full roster, I'm not sure they would have had an answer for Jokić.
I'm not so sure either.
Their defense just looked completely overwhelmed.
Outmatched, yeah.
They tried everything.
Yeah.
Zone, man-to-man, even a little box and one at some point.
Nothing seemed to work.
Nothing.
He was just too much.
And with their perimeter defense weakened by those injuries, the Nuggets shooters just had a field day out there.
You were in rhythm.
61.2% shooting percentage as a team.
Yeah.
That's not luck.
No.
That's execution.
That's a team playing at a high level.
So Maxey, he put up a decent fight. 28 points.
You tried.
10 assists.
Yeah.
But he can't carry the team by himself.
No, not against this team.
And that rebounding disparity was just glaring, 51-26 in favor of the Nuggets. That kind of dominance on the boards, it tells the story of the game, right?
Yeah, rebounding is often overlooked.
Yeah.
But it's such a key indicator of effort.
Right.
Hustle.
Yeah.
The Nuggets were more aggressive.
Yeah.
Especially on the offensive glass.
Second chance points.
So many second chance points.
You can't win giving up that many extra possessions.
You just can't.
And speaking of hustle,
Okay.
Aaron Gordon's impact off the bench goes beyond just scoring.
It does.
His energy, his defense, the way he crashes the boards.
Yeah.
It's contagious, right?
It really is.
Do you see this move to the bench as a long-term solution for the Nuggets?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely capable of starting.
Oh, for sure.
No doubt about that.
No. Yeah.
And, having him in the starting lineup could provide more balance.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
his impact on that second unit, it's undeniable.
It is.
He's that leader, that scoring punch,
Yeah.
and the defensive presence that's sometimes lacking when he's not out there.
Right. And his improved three-point shooting,
Yeah.
I mean, it just opens up a whole new dimension
It does.
to their offense.
More than 40% from beyond the arc this season.
Yeah.
He's a completely different player.
Makes him a much bigger threat
Much bigger threat.
than he was in previous years.
Yeah, you can tell he's put in the work.
Right.
He's addressed those weaknesses, and it's paying off.
It is. This Nuggets team is looking scary good.
Yeah, like a complete package.
Before we, move on to some of the finer points,
Okay.
I am curious about Strother. That breakout performance. Do you think this is, I don't know, a flash in the pan, or is there something more sustainable here?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right.
It was one game,
Yeah.
but a very impressive one.
Yeah.
The potential is there.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Mm.
What impressed me wasn't just the scoring, but the decision-making.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't force anything. He took what the defense gave him,
Yeah.
played within the flow of the offense.
He didn't try to do too much.
Exactly.
His defense has improved, too.
Noticeably.
You can tell it's not just athleticism anymore.
Right. He's understanding the positioning,
Yeah.
the rotations,
Yeah.
how to use that length.
Coach Malone loves defense.
He does.
You don't get minutes if you're not committed on that end of the floor.
That's the difference between good and great.
Yeah.
It's impacting the game on both ends of the court.
Right.
Strother's still got some room to grow,
He does.
but the potential is there.
Yeah.
If he keeps developing those instincts, watch out.
He's going to be a problem.
It's a problem.
The Nuggets are looking like a well-oiled machine right now, but can they keep it up? That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
We'll dig into that and more when we come back.
Sounds good. Oh, they're definitely in a groove right now.
Right, but the big question is, can they sustain it,
Right.
Especially against, tougher competition.
Absolutely.
So let's break down some of the specifics of this game.
Okay.
And see if we can, kind of glean any insights into their long-term prospects. Right.
Right.
The first quarter,
Yeah.
it was back and forth,
Yeah.
both teams kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah, a little bit.
But even in those early minutes,
Yeah.
you could see hints of that Nuggets defensive dominance that was to come.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You could just see it in the rotation.
The communication, willingness to challenge shots.
Yeah. And Jokić, I mean,
Yeah.
he's not known as a defensive stalwart,
Right.
but he had that chase down block on Maxey
Early, yeah.
in transition.
Yeah.
I mean, early on, that set the tone.
It did. It set the tone for that defensive intensity.
And then, later Jokić gets that steal that leads to, a Westbrook fast break.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, you don't see Jokić leading the break very often,
No, you don't.
but his anticipation
Like quick hands.
created that opportunity.
Yeah, that speaks to their ability to generate offense from their defense.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't just settling, for half-court sets.
Right.
They were actively creating those turnovers,
Yeah.
capitalizing in transition.
So the Denver Stiffs recap mentioned this beautifully designed set play
Oh, yeah.
in the second quarter.
I remember that.
It was a series of screens and cuts, culminating in a wide-open layup for Gordon. Do you remember that one?
I do, as a variation of a horns set.
Yeah.
Classic basketball play.
Classic.
But they, added their own little wrinkle to it.
Right, they always do.
Instead of having Jokić operate from the high post, they had him set a back screen for Murray.
Right.
Murray curls around, gets the pass from Gordon, layup.
It was beautiful.
Perfectly executed.
Textbook, and it really showcased their offensive intelligence.
Yeah.
They weren't just relying on, individual brilliance.
Right.
They were running plays with
brilliant.
precision, purpose.
Absolutely.
So the Sixers tried a zone defense in the third
Yeah, they did.
to try to slow down the Nuggets scoring.
It didn't work.
Jokić and Gordon just picked it apart.
They did. Jokić, he just finds the seams in a zone.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Like a quarterback reading the defense, anticipating.
Yeah.
And Gordon, with that improved three-point shot,
Right.
you can't just pack the paint anymore.
Right, exactly.
Dare them to shoot from outside.
So there was this sequence in the third.
Yeah.
Jokić grabs an offensive rebound.
4 Sixers around him.
4 Sixers around him.
Somehow.
Keeps the ball alive, gets fouled, and finishes with the putback. That was the turning point.
Momentum swing right there.
It really felt like it.
That's pure hustle determination.
Yeah.
And it's contagious.
It is when your star player's diving on the floor for loose balls.
Sets an example.
It does.
The Nuggets, they were playing with a sense of urgency.
They were hungry.
The Sixers couldn't match.
Couldn't match it.
No.
And then you had that highlight reel, no-look pass from Jokić to Gordon for the alley-oop.
Oh, I love that play.
I mean, the crowd went wild.
That's the kind of play, that gets you out of your seat.
Gets you off your feet.
It really does.
It was beautiful. It really epitomizes
Their chemistry.
Their ability to make the spectacular look routine.
Jokić, that court vision.
It's insane.
Unparalleled.
And Gordon's athleticism, the way he finishes those plays.
Oh, with authority.
And that's when Jokić got the triple-double, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Another day at the office.
Just another day.
For the MVP.
It wasn't just the starters, though. The Nuggets bench, they played a significant role in this win.
Huge role, yeah.
Strother, Gordon leading the charge.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan, Peyton Watson.
All contributing.
Came in and provided some valuable minutes.
Depth is a luxury.
It is.
And the Nuggets, they've got it.
They've got it in spades.
Jordan, particularly, gave them some solid minutes.
In those non-Jokić stretches.
Protecting the rim, cleaning up the glass.
Yeah.
Allowed Jokić to get some much-needed rest.
Right.
Without the team losing momentum.
Yeah, the article really highlighted
Yeah.
Gordon and Jordan's effectiveness.
In those minutes, yeah.
In those minutes without Jokić on the floor.
It's like they've developed a good rapport.
They have, yeah.
Which is crucial,
Right.
Yeah. Maintaining that consistency.
Right, throughout the game.
Absolutely.
They're not trying to do too much.
No.
They're playing within the system.
Making the most of their opportunities.
As the game went on,
Yeah.
the Nuggets just seemed to get
More and more comfortable.
more and more comfortable,
You're confident.
more confident. They were moving the ball crisply. The defense was stifling.
They're playing with swagger.
They were intimidating.
They were in complete control.
Dictating the pace.
It's the flow of the game.
By the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
it was over.
The Sixers had no answers.
No answers.
The Nuggets were able to rest their starters
Which is a great sign.
in the final few minutes.
Yeah, it just shows how dominant they were.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the highlights.
Yeah.
We've analyzed the key plays.
We've broken it down.
We've delved into the strategic nuances.
All of it.
But what about the individual performances?
Yeah, what about them?
Who else stood out besides, the usual suspects?
Well, aside from, Jokic's brilliance
Of course.
and Strother's emergence,
Yeah.
I was really impressed with Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown, yeah.
He doesn't always fill up the stat sheet,
Right.
but his energy,
It's hustle.
defensive versatility,
Yeah.
invaluable to this team. Invaluable.
He's a glue guy.
He is.
Every championship contender needs a Bruce Brown.
They do. He's always in the right place at the right time.
Always making those hustle plays
Those little things.
that don't show up in the box score.
But make a huge difference.
Huge difference.
His defense on Maxey was particularly impressive.
Yeah, he made Maxey work for every bucket.
He did.
Brown's ability to guard multiple positions allows them to switch seamlessly on defense,
Right.
which disrupts the flow of the opposing offense.
This Nuggets team, man.
They're firing on all cylinders.
They are, but can they keep it up?
That's the question.
Will this translate to playoff success?
That's what we want to know.
That's the ultimate question. Let's explore that a little bit more in depth after a quick break.
Sounds good.
You know what else is really interesting to me?
What's that?
It's kind of that ripple effect
Yeah.
of Aaron Gordon moving to the bench.
Right.
It's not just about his individual stats,
Right.
but how it's changed. Like the whole team dynamic.
Yeah, it's fascinating how one little change can just, unlock so much potential.
Absolutely.
And you got to give Gordon credit, man.
Yeah.
Embracing that new role.
Yeah.
It says a lot about him.
It does.
His character.
Yeah.
He could be starting,
Easily.
but he gets it.
Yeah.
He understands the bigger picture.
He's all about winning.
Exactly.
And I think that leadership, especially for a younger guy like Strother,
It's huge.
having that veteran presence
To guide him.
on and off the court,
Yeah, you can see the confidence growing.
you
He's
kid.
not just a spot-up shooter anymore.
He's attacking.
Yeah, he's making plays.
Yeah.
He's contributing on defense.
That 23-point game against the Sixers,
I mean, that wasn't just shot making.
It was a statement.
It was assertiveness. He was looking to score. You know,
He wanted it.
he wanted to make an impact.
And you know what? Strother wasn't even a lottery pick.
Right. Late first
A
round.
bit of a project.
Yeah.
But the Nuggets, they have a knack
They do.
for developing talent.
They find these gems.
It seems like they've done it again.
Looks like it.
Imagine this.
Okay.
A consistent scoring threat.
Off the bench
Off the bench.
to complement Jokić, Murray, Porter Jr.
Scary.
That's a nightmare.
For other teams,
For opposing teams, absolutely.
it would make them so much more well-rounded
Oh, and dangerous.
than playoff time.
Depth is crucial in the playoffs.
It is. It's everything.
You need guys who can step up.
You need those guys that can come off the bench and, create their own shot,
nice.
provide that scoring punch.
When the starters need a break.
And the article also mentioned Strother's defense.
It did. It's improving.
Coach Malone,
Defense.
you don't get minutes in his rotation
You don't.
unless you're committed on that end of the floor.
That's what separates the good from the great.
That's it.
Impacting the game on both ends.
Right.
Strother's still raw,
Yeah.
but he's got the tools, the athleticism, the length.
Yeah.
He could be a disruptive defender. You can see it.
If he keeps developing those instincts,
Look how.
he's going to be a problem.
I mean, this win against the Sixers,
Even shorthanded,
it was a statement.
it was more than just a win.
Yeah.
It was a demonstration.
Of their depth, their resilience.
Their championship aspirations,
They are contenders.
they are. Solidifies their position,
At top of the West.
one of the elite.
And it sends a message.
To the rest of the league.
The Denver Nuggets,
For real.
they're not messing around.
They have always been tough at home.
Yeah.
In Denver.
But now they're proving they can win on the road, too. That road win streak was impressive.
It was.
They can adapt,
Yeah.
overcome adversity,
Road wins are crucial for building that confidence, that momentum.
especially heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not just a good team.
They're battle tested.
They are.
They can win anywhere.
Against anyone.
That's a scary thought.
So we've reached the end of our deep dive
Yeah.
into this, impressive victory.
It's a good one.
Over the Sixers.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm left with a sense of
What's that?
excitement,
Okay.
anticipation.
I like it.
This team,
Yeah,
they're firing on all cylinders.
they are.
The potential, it just seems limitless.
Star power, depth, coaching,
It's all there.
that winning culture.
They've got it all.
But the playoffs are a different beast.
They are.
Can they maintain this level of play
Right.
when it matters most?
Can they stay healthy?
Can they overcome those challenges?
Those are the questions.
that we're going to have to wait and see.
They will determine their fate.
They will.
But for now, Nuggets fans,
Yeah.
they have every reason to be optimistic.
They do. This team is special.
They are.
And they're on a mission.
To prove it to the world.
I can't wait to see what they do.
Me neither. Well, that's going to do it for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning,
Keep that curiosity going.
and as always,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're Bobby doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.